Well, arrived at camp. Just got to clean it up a little bit. There's some litter left here, as usual, but it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. And skies are kind of gray, so there's always a chance of rain. Hopefully it'll come in late at night. I like to have it dry so I can start a fire and just sit by the fire and enjoy the solitude. Hopefully no one will come in. Hopefully, knock on wood here, I'll have the whole campsite to myself tonight. That'd be nice. Enjoying the solitude, being lazy. I do have some chores that I normally like to do, is prepping all the firewood and getting it all set to start a fire. But I just want to soak in the silence and relax for a little bit. And then I'll forage for some more wood. Prep the campfire here. Wind's coming from the east, so I might need to move some of those rocks around a little bit. And start a nice fire. Of course, flint and steel, baby. Love my flint and steel, so excited about using that. But it's nice. Digging it. Okay. Time to do some firewood foraging. I was looking at some of my videos, and I just naturally have a very fast gait. I always have. And when I walk really fast, the filming gets very, very jumbly. So I'm deliberately trying to walk very slow. And hopefully that'll make my videos a little bit better. Just have to remember that to slow down. I found me a nice large piece of cedar here. Taking this back to camp, I'll cut it up. That'll be a nice little cedar aroma around the campfire tonight. Well, I know in the UK, Alice went down the rabbit hole, but here in Florida, you'd be running down the gopher tortoise hole. There's lots of them out here, even though they are endangered. Hey YouTubers, I'm talking loud today because apparently I don't have the best microphone. Someone told me that they can't hear me sometimes, so I'm talking loud like an extrovert, even though I'm an introvert. So I'm really kind of OCD when it comes to foraging for firewood and cutting firewood, and I always set it up in the same way where I have my small twigs here to start the fire, a little bit bigger twigs, or some dead wood or softwood, because most of the wood in Florida are softwoods. You're lucky if you find an oak or something like that that's nice and solid, but you're usually using stuff that burns pretty quick, so you need a lot of it. And then I just move up with in the center here is pine and or really rotted dead wood that won't burn long at all. And then these are a little bit better quality sticks or branches, I guess, that'll burn for a while. And then I have some larger ones over here to use as well. And of course I always use my Bakuma saw because it cuts through wood like butter. When I was here last week, there was a couple here, nice couple. They were out here scouting for deer hunting next fall winter. And I talked to him for a bit. Interesting guy. He is really into making Native American crafts and tools and weapons and things like that. And yeah, I saw him whittling a lot at the campsite, and apparently he left a couple of tent stakes, wooden tent stakes for people to use out here. That's kind of nice of him to leave them out here, people that needed them in an emergency. So I'll make sure I leave these out so people can see them too, because that's always good medicine. Well, I just looked at the radar. Didn't look like there was any rain clouds, but it's awfully windy and cloudy here. Tell you what, if it rains, the next camper's going to have it made. All that pre-cut wood, all set to go. So that would be a good gift for him. But hopefully it won't rain. I can get my fire started later. I'm just going to wait till it gets almost dark before I light it, so it'll burn through most of the night. Well, I knew this was coming. I've had these shoes, and they're great hiking shoes, Timberland, for 10 years, over 1,000 miles. But had my blowout. They're still walkable right now, so I'm just doing short hike, but I'm gonna have to get a new pair of Timberland. But I love the brand, so I can't complain. I've had it a long time. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, while time is a-flying. What blooms today, tomorrow will be dying. Nature's cycle of life and death, you can see it all around you in the woods. But the wonderful thing is there's seeds in those dead flowers for new life, and that's always good medicine. Well, I'm doing my hike a little bit earlier than I wanted to. I was originally going to come out here right around sunset and see if I can see some of the bats flying out that Campfire Steve and the Swamp Camper saw last time they were here. But I want to get back to start the fire, so it came out earlier. It's still nice. You know, if you look around close enough, you can see the beautiful artwork of nature. This is just a knobby root that has some really cool designs on it. So, when you're out in the trails, you know, don't walk too fast. You know, you want to be able to see everything. And this is kind of a cool little interesting thing that nature has for all of us. Well, heading back to camp, gonna grab my Cuban sandwich, relax, take it easy, then light the fire, kind of just around twilight time, and just sit by the fire and enjoy. Not my best flint and steel starting, for sure. but got it started anyway. I didn't want to start the fire so early, but I started to feel some droplets of rain, and I figured I better strike, pun intended, while the fire's hot before if there happens to be a little rain cloud that comes through. So I got this going, so it should be alright now. Even if it does rain a little bit, it should stay lit. Now this is my kind of social distancing. I'm really enjoying this. Alone time. Alone with my thoughts. That's always good medicine for me. And it's beautiful out here. You know, there's almost a primeval connection to why we enjoy campfires. Whether it's in the backyard, you know, in a fire pit, or out in the woods. There's a primeval connection when early humans, they had to have fires every night to protect themselves from predators and things like that. And I think that's just something that through the subconscious comes through us, and that's why we enjoy and we feel safe when we have a campfire. You know, when I'm out alone and I'm in an area I'm not familiar with, I always feel safe if I have a campfire. If I'm familiar with the area and I know what animals are there, then I'll be okay without a campfire. But I think that's just something that's primeval, that's in the subconscious of all of us. Some people like to sit in front of a TV and watch a sporting event, or a movie, or a television show. But I like to sit in front of a real fire out in the woods. I can just sit here and just watch the fire and soak in all the senses that I feel, because it's funny. When I'm out here, I'm like my cat's shadow. My ears perk up at every little sound. I'm looking around all the time. I'm smelling things. I'm using my senses. And it's really cool. It makes you feel more alive, really, in a lot of ways. So there's nothing like it. And my ears, listening to the beautiful birds singing. It really is good medicine for sure. It is 90 degrees out. I have a nice roaring fire, and I'm perfectly comfortable. And most people would cringe, but on the flip of the coin, if I was up north and it was 30 degrees and sitting by a fire, I don't think I'd ever be able to get warm. So it's all relative to the latitude and longitude that you live upon, that how you adjust to temperature, all related to geography. Twilight and dawn. Those two short magical moments in the day that last only for a moment before you go back to day and night. But there's so much magic in that short period of time when dawn and twilight appears. Darkness has thrown its shadow over us, but we keep this fire burning bright. Morning time. Wow, what a great fire last night. Packing up. Storms are coming in. Got about an hour window. Pack everything in and head out. But it was a great night at Good Medicine Camp for sure.